Carpe Diripiet. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different, taking a look at a Lone Star Armory TX15 chambered in 264 LBC. It's going to be our first couple trips to the range with it. In the next videos we'll be taking it hunting.
Howdy, Ben and Brian here, bringing to you a exclusive look at a Lone Star Armory TX15 AR-15. Shortly after SHOT Show of this year, I had read an article about Lone Star Armory, which hails out of Fort Worth, Texas, and the article was geared towards covering their MPCE model, multi-purpose carbine. I contacted them about some future products that they're looking at that may be geared for the hunting market. Currently, Lone Star Armory does a lot of business with military and LEO, as well as civilian market, but the price points on these are indicative of the quality and craftsmanship and components that are going into the rifle. We'll put a link and description to the MPCE as part of this video. The objective for today is to run about 6 different factory loads through the MPCE to establish baseline accuracy across a wide variety of 6.5 Grendel ammo. When you look at Lone Star Armory's website for this product, it is listed as 264 LBC, which does in fact shoot 6.5 Grendel ammo. There's many variants and varieties of 6.5 Grendel and 264 LBC. In a nutshell, I could tell you that the bolt is a 6.5 Grendel bolt. SAMI bolt, it's a JP Enterprises bolt, and the chamber is 264 LBC. So we'll do some shooting today through a daylight optic. Ordinarily we're going to be using this in a nighttime hunting situation with thermal or digital night vision, but in order to establish the baseline accuracy at 100 yards, we want to use good glass. So we have a Zeiss Conquest V4 4 to 12 day optic on this rifle. We're looking forward just to highlighting and showcasing a local Fort Worth, Texas company. There's not many of them out there that manufacture OE, provide OE services and fully built rifles in the area, and it goes along with us as Texas hog hunters, the community, and supporting Texas hog hunting and Lone Star Armory. Andrew Brady is the owner. Look him up, nice guy. He is really hoping that this product is effective for us in the field. So Brian is here, he's behind the camera, and he's about to be behind the gun for its first shots, and we're hoping for just a magnificent experience with the LSA TX15. Thanks.
Center of the target.
We started off shooting steel at 50 yards.
High and left.
Just to get on target before moving to 100 yards. Now here we are at 100 yards with Wolf Gold Copper MPT 120 grain. As you can see in the lower right corner, the Wolf ammo did not group all that well. It gave us about 1 3/4 inch groups at 100 yards.
Getting a little heat shimmer. That's 5.
So far with Wolf Gold, the gun is cycling smartly, no malfunctions. Brass is ejecting right at 330 with an H3 buffer in it. And so Brian's just done 5 shots at 100. We'll go ahead and let the barrel cool, go down and take a photo of that, and then I'll follow up with 5 shots myself. Alright, before I get to my 5-shot group with Wolf Gold 120 grain, we'll feature or we'll speak to the features of the rifle just quickly, perhaps in between groups here. One thing that I think is a necessity on an AR for the night vision scopes as well as larger day scopes is a extra large handle charging handle. extra large latch charging handle. So this one comes equipped with a Radian Raptor, which is a good, sturdy, durable, ambidextrous, extra large latch charging handle. Whether you are accustomed to charging from the right or the left, you can get in there and get positive engagement without needing to get too close and underneath the scope. So Brian's got a set of high rings here, which also helps. But even if the scope were lower, where your objective is lower to the rail, you would still have plenty of real estate here to get that radian to charge the gun. So, all right, good stuff. Moving on to the 5-shot group now.
Sound.
All right, we're one group into the test for today, and the next ammo up on the shooting block. Brian, is what?
Oh, Defender Ammunition SMK 107 grain.
Sierra Match Kings 107 grain. And before you shoot this group, Brian, highlighting a feature of the LSA TX15, you asked Mr. Brady to provide it with what type of trigger and why?
Well, they offer several types of triggers. I selected the Geisele SSAE. It's what I use in my other rifles. It's a 2-stage trigger. I like to be able to take up the slack on the first stage and have the second stage be very light and crisp by comparison. So it makes it easier for me to take better shots.
Excellent. And approximate in the last year how many shots you have on an SSAE and your other rigs?
Probably 3,000.
That's a lot of shooting time. All right, excellent. 100 yards, Defender 107 SMK.
And the range is hot.
No surprise, but the Defender ammunition produced a better group than the Wolf Gold, coming in at about 1 1/4 inches at 100 yards. Next, we tested 2 of my favorite types of hunting ammo, Federal American Eagle with Speer TNT 90 grain bullets, which grouped at about 1 1/2 inches at 100 yards. This was followed and bettered by Factory Hornady SST 123 grain ammo, which came in at about 1 1/4 inches. However, with the next 2 loads, the Bartlein barrel with its 1 7.5 inch twist really showed what it could do, producing a group of just under 1 inch for Speer TNT 90 grain bullets loaded by Alexander Arms, and right at 1 inch for Ben shooting the same ammo. Then came the best performer of the day with 2 sub-MOA groups, Federal Premium loaded with Berger AR Hybrid OTM bullets, producing a less than 1 inch group for Ben, and just over a 1/2 inch group for me at 100 yards. So with the ammo choices narrowed down, we chucked the daylight scope and transferred over to an IR Hunter Mark III thermal weapon sight.
Targets at 50 yards.
And slapped it on the rifle, and the first shot came out like this.
First shot using American Eagle 90 grain to reestablish 0. Center of target.
That's going to work just fine.
Pretty much on center.
We made some adjustments to compensate for the distance, changed over to the hunting ammo, took 2 shots on aluminum reflector targets.
I'm going to try one on the lower target.
Both shots were just slightly low and to the left. We made a couple more adjustments and we were ready to go hunt. With 2 trips to the range behind us, this gun has been a solid performer. We looked at accuracy, we looked at function. We tested 6 different loads. The gun functioned flawlessly with all 6 of them. It even worked with some of Ben's reloads. So in the next video, we're going to get it into the field and get it on some hogs.
Are we recording?
You are hot.
Brass Catcher by Tactical Brass Recovery.
Oh, I was expecting you to tell me where it was.
No.